Today, we are going to again take our topic environment degradation, in which we are going to discuss about technical advancement. In our previous session, we had tried to understand what is environment and how it is getting degraded. So, the very elementary component to understand is air, land, and water. ये तीनों जब डिग्रेड हो जाते हैं सो देन वी कॉल इट एज हम इसे एनवायरमेंट डिग्रेडेशन कहते हैं. इसको अगर डिफाइन करेंगे तो हम कुछ इस तरीके से कर सकते हैं. एनवायरमेंट इज अवर सराउंडिंग्स विच इंक्लूड ऑल फॉर्म्स ऑफ अ लाइफ, plants, animals, human beings, etc. एयर, वाटर, लैंड, बिल्डिंग, पार्क्स, व्हीकल्स एक्सेट्रा. सो इससे हमको ये समझ में आता है कि ये एनवायरनमेंट है और इनके डिप्लीट होने पे एनवायरनमेंट डिग्रेडेशन होता है. उसके बाद हमने पढ़ने की कोशिश की थी कि हु कॉजेस एनवायरमेंटल डिग्रेडेशन. इसमें एक लिस्ट अगर छोटी सी हम देखते हैं तो एक होता है कि फर्स्ट है हमारा अनकंट्रोल्ड पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ. सो इसको हमने पिछली क्लास में पूरी तरीके से डिस्कस किया हुआ था. Second है technical advancement, and third poor agriculture practices, fourth improper personal habits, fifth is natural causes. तो आज जो हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं वो हम टेक्निकल एडवांसमेंट को लेके हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. ठीक है. सो हम यहाँ पे समझने की कोशिश करेंगे कि हमारे लाइफ को बहुत ईज बनाए रखने के लिए टू मेक अवर लाइफ्स वेरी ईज कंफर्टेबल we are now very much dependent on technical advancement, and every technical advancement is somehow is making our life ease. ठीक है. It is giving comfort to us to some extent. So it is giving comfort to us, and everything is having its own price. So we are paying a price against this comfort. So like every cause has its own effect, and similarly in economics also we go through one point, there are no free lunches in this world. So to understand this thing, we had came up with this flow chart, or a very simple chart by which you can understand how technical advancement is anyway like if you will understand, if you look to the offices, they are now full of gadgets. And again, means if you talk about big cities where too much offices are there, too much houses are there, right? So there also the use of gadgets. Again, they are produced in industries which generate toxic chemical waste, harmful gases, and even nuclear weapons. If we talk about, so those radioactive pollutants during the manufacturing process. So these pollutants kills all forms of life in air, water and land. अगर हम देखें, ठीक है. So anyway, with these we are degrading our complete environment. We are affecting our water, we are affecting our land, and we are affecting our air. So by going through this table, you can easily understand so these pollutants kills all forms of life in air, water and land. The smoke generated by the industry, mines, automobiles and aeroplanes lead to the depletion of the ozone layer. Ozone layer, as it is getting depleted, the hole is getting larger. So we are getting exposed to more UV rays, very harmful for our skins. Lot many people are getting skin diseases due to it on exposing to ultraviolet rays. Thus, our environment gets degraded by these technical advancement to some extent, right? So, so the point over here is to understand this thing, that how technical advancement is playing a vital role in environmental degradation. So I hope this chart would have helped you to understand this thing with this small narration. So in our next session we will go for poor agriculture practices, how it is affecting environment degradation.